he is a wonderful man. He has been described by many as, the creator of our modern world. Okay, he's such a wonderful man, and he's best known for his theories of relativity. That's general relativity, and then the special relativity, and then also the photoelectric effect, and that's the special theory of relativity, the E equals mc squared. I'm sure you guys have seen this equation around. Okay, so what did he say? It's too difficult then, don't worry, it'll get simple. Okay, so now this guy, most of us only see him as this theoretical scientist who just did some equations and stuff and then went away. But trust me, now this guy is the source of a lot of the things that we are using today. He also really like pulling his tongue out. That's one thing I'm very good at. Now, let's look at the photoelectric effect, okay? Now, it has to do with light falling on atoms and then the atoms producing electricity when the light falls on them. Let's keep it that way simple. Now, this idea of this concept of Albert Einstein is what helps us in our modern telecommunication networks, fiber optics, solar cells. And these fiber optics are the backbone of the internet as of now. So you could actually trace the success of the internet as of now to break Albert Einstein and solar cells and amongst other things. Some of the applications of the photoelectric effect. Let's take relativity. I used to think of it as a very theoretical something that didn't have a lot of applications. But apparently it did have a lot of applications. Now, the theory of relativity enabled scientists to look at band energy levels and stuff. I hope you guys know that electronic stuff. Band energy in atoms, okay? Basically, those things help us to create semiconductors, okay? And then these semiconductors are what we use to create transistors, and then these transistors make computers. So you could actually trace computers even to Albert Einstein. Now, the guy was an awesome guy, and I loved him. So I was asking myself that, I want to also be great. I want to be somebody who changes the world like Albert Einstein. Okay, so what is it that I had in common with this guy? Now, I like to say something. Often we see some of these people as gods. When I used to think of people like Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein, those guys, like they are these superhuman, higher human people who are everything but us. Okay, they are these mysterious people who are just sort of something. So I was looking to find the Einstein in me, but then I decided to take a different approach. To rather look for the me in the Einstein. That's sort of like making Einstein small and making me big. Okay. So I tried to look, and then I found out that he had some bushy hair, and I also kind of had this bushy hair alongside the way somewhere. And he liked pulling his tongue out, and I also like doing it sometimes around here and there. And height-wise, we are not very different. So those are some of the things that I found out. There were similarities, but then after looking at all these things, what I realized was that Albert Einstein was very human, just like myself. So I looked at my life and I sort of like tried to get a story of my life. How did I evolve? I'm a human just like Albert Einstein is. How am I going to be able to also become very great? So I want to share with you my human story, the story of me and how far I've come in my effort to discover the me in every Einstein. So let me tell you about a boy in the town. I come from a town called Nigeria, and there's no internet in the town. As of now, there's no internet, and I didn't have Discovery Channel too. So I was quite underprivileged, someone to see. And the only thing that fascinated me was a library. I like going to the library because there was not a lot of fun things to do. So I went to the library, and then one day I went and I read of this crazy old man who said something that confused me. He said, the only thing possible about impossible is its possibility to be impossible. Now he went on and said, putting this in much simpler terms, that in a set of things impossible, there has to be, for the set you exist, a subset of possibility, which in itself, as part of the impossible set, is impossible. Thus, the only set of possibility in a set of impossibility is an impossible now possible set. Now, I was confused. So, but I think to have picked something inside that bundle of jumbo. And I went home, and then when I was in JSS2, my dad wanted to acquire for me a computer. Now, trust me, this was a Pentium 2 computer that had a lot of problems playing Mario. And this was my keyboard, very old keyboard, but I loved it anyway. And I sort of wanted to be cool, okay? And my friends also had computers, so I was sort of like, I mean, I have a computer and my friends have computers, so what's so cool about me? So I went to the internet and I once got a chance to go to Sunyani, go to Sunyani often, get some browsing time and browse. And I saw this thing on the internet. It was a flexible keyboard that was way, way much cooler. You know, so like if I had a flexible keyboard, then I'd be cooler than my friends. I thought them, why not build one? I mean, why not build my own, you know, flexible keyboard? And then bringing to mind the whole bundle of jumbo the man said, I thought to myself that it would actually be possible to build my own keyboard. So I went and I ripped my old keyboard apart, took this flexible rubber inside it, took it, laminated it, put some A4 with the alphabets on it, printed it out, and then I made this. And it was kind of cool. That's me there showing it off, you know, some cool thing. And I was very excited because I'd been able to create something, you know, something kind of cool. And it made me cool. And my friends came and so I was like, wow, guys, this is cool. You know, I was sort of flexing with them. One guy actually bought one of these things from me for, to be like 20 cities. And I was happy. It was really cool. So I went on from there, and then I actually created another one just recently. This one is a much nicer one. And I like the sponginess, so sort of like creates this flexibility, something. And I came to KNUST, and then I was not really liking any of the subjects because they were all very boring. But there was this particular one called design technology, something. And it was very cool because we had the opportunity to design and make something, to create something. And I got involved with these guys that we called ourselves Team of 10. I think some of our members actually were here, or some of them were here. So I got into contact with Team of 10. Now, I want you to understand something. I am a very normal person. Okay, I don't know a lot of things. I didn't know 3D design. I didn't know anything. But then when we formed this Team of 10, my job was supposed to create the design for Team of 10 too. We wanted to actually make sort of like a drawing board, okay, that had LED lights inside it, and then had magnets to keep the papers, and then all sort of cool stuff. So I was in charge of designing, you know, digitally how the thing was going to look like. And I had no idea how to do any 3D something. So being very human and being very normal, I went and I borrowed Dr. Fiabe's laptop and then learned 3D design for 3 days. And then together with my friends, we were able to come up with this. This is the drawing board that we designed. Has a lot of good stuff in it. Included as nice animation, it does a lot of good things. We were very normal people when we did this. It was kind of cool. Now, fast forward more, let's go. Ghana was on fire, okay? There was a lot of fire outbreaks going on everywhere. So I was like, what can I do about this, okay? I'm a normal human being, I'm a normal guy, just like everybody. But then what can I do? I don't want these fires to be happening all the time, so I needed to do something about it. And I read on the internet that there were smoke detectors around and stuff, but then they had issues with response time, amongst other things. So I took it upon myself, okay, so why don't I try to design a new kind of detector, smoke detector that was extra smart, that was extra efficient, you know, and then that could link up with the fire service directly.
Wow. And
then inform the fire service as when the fire starts. So normally you realize that most of these shops, the fire outbreak starts very early in the morning or late in the night, where the shop owners are not there. So if we had a system that was inside the shop that whenever you detect some smoke, it sort of realizes there's going to be a fire, and it allows the fire service directly and tells them exactly where that shop is. So the fire service can do something about it. Again, keep in mind, I'm a very normal person. So I got to work. I got an opportunity to go to the TTI with my creativity group, the Einstein. I got to work, that's me, and I was trying to work on some circuits. You know, I learned some electronics on the internet in some books and things. Very normal stuff. And then I came up with this idea of using laser to detect the smoke. Let me give you a very short description. What happens is that with conventional smoke detectors, again, I think you guys have seen them around. They place them at one point, and then when the smoke starts, the smoke has to find its way into the smoke detector so that it gets detected. So I decided to use laser instead to create mine, such that the laser was sort of spread across the entire room, and then each point where the smoke will arise, it doesn't matter where. So far as it rises up, and then interacts with the laser detection. So I worked on it, and then we came up with this. And this was the first prototype that we did of the laser-based smoke detector. You can see the laser over there. We were trying to test it. And we are still working on it actually. We are still working on it, and we are still improving our circuits here and there. We are hoping to make it better, and we are hoping to make it work. And again, I want to remind you that I am a very normal person, just like everybody, but I have this me in an Einstein, this me who wants to create stuff, this me who wants to create the whole world, this me who wants to change the world. So I'm just urging all of you guys, and then I just want to end by saying something very simple. That from the bamboo jumbo that old crazy guy said and everything, and the things that I've been doing, I just had one particular thing out of the book, and it is that even impossible as possible inside. Thank you.